Hello everyone, welcome back to part 5 on how to create a simulator game in Roblox. Before we start, I want to say that I'm doing a 1000 Robux giveaway when I reach 1000 subscribers, so make sure to subscribe. I'll choose a random winner and give him 1000 Robux. And also, if you don't want to follow the entire series, when the series is completely done, I will be selling it, so you can just contact me on Discord. I will leave my Discord when the series is finished. So yeah, let's start this video. So what we're gonna do first is inside of your click, we're gonna firstly add a little text label to start GUI, and I'm going to resize it. Maybe, yeah, let's make it a square, and I'm also going to make it smaller and make sure that text scale is checked and go to plugins, linear conversion scale. I will leave a link to this plugin in the description, and change the text of the text label. So just to an emoji, so to open up the emoji keyboard, just hold the Windows key and period, and this will pop up. I'm going to use a I'm going to use a mouse emoji. So let's do that. And I'm going to change the background transparency to 1. And let's put this in, I'm going to firstly change its position to, I'm going to change this to 1. And I'm going to put it inside of get storage, and I'm going to rename it to popup. So now what we're gonna do is inside of this local script in the click button, we want the thing to tween. So let's create a variable for the clonedGui. Local clonedGui is equal to game.replicate storage.popup clone. And also we're gonna do clonedGui.parent. This is equal to script.parent, and clonedGui.position, or actually let's do this, clonedGui TweenPosition. I will leave this line of code in the description because it's kind of complicated. And we're gonna create a variable for random.new, so local r is equal to random.new. And what we're going to do here is local time is equal to 0.26. This is the time that it takes to tween. And then we're going to do clonedGui we're going to get the tween service to give it a nice little, let's put a wait 1 second and then destroy it. clonedGui clone destroy, and see how this looks. And then we will tween it. So if we press this, it should tween, and yeah, that looks pretty cool. But we have a little problem though, and it is that it does not spawn from, it spawns from the same place. So let's fix that by, I think that's not really a big problem. Close other tabs, and in here we're gonna do copy this line of code, and before we tween it, we're gonna do clonedGui.position is equal to udim2.udim2.new, and we're gonna put in this. We're gonna copy this, and then we're gonna put a comma and 1 and a comma and 0, and that should fix it, I think. So let's play the game and see how this looks. Okay, so when we press this, so it does spawn from random points now. As you can see, it's way better. And what we're gonna do now is we will get tween service. So local TS is equal to game on get service tween service, and we're gonna create the tween. So let's do that right here. So local tween is equal to tween ts create, and we're gonna do clonedGui, comma tweeninfo.new, and 1 second, or maybe less, but I'll do that later. And then we're gonna do some these brackets, and we're gonna do the text transparency. Transparency is equal to 1. And then we're gonna do tween play. And also, if you're using an image label, you can do image transparency instead, not text transparency. And let's play the tween, and we're gonna wait the time that of the tween. So if you put here 2 in here, put await 2. If you put 1, put await 1. So now if you go ahead and play the game, it should tween its transparency. And as you can see, it tweens its transparency, but we have a little problem, is that it tweens before it actually pops up. I kind of like that, but I'm just going to fix it. So in here, when we tween it, we will put a weight like 0.5, and then we will do this. And now it should look better. And we'll also add a mute button for the music. Wait, let me see if I can press it. Okay, this looks pretty cool. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna tween its rotation. So we're gonna create another tween. So before we do that, in here we're gonna do local rotation tween is equal to, and ts for tween service, create, and clonedGui, comma tweeninfo.new, and let's do 0.5, and comma, and do rotation to these brackets, and rotation is equal to 0 or math.random from 1 to, no, wait, before we do that, we're gonna drag our pop-up back in the main screen GUI and change the text transparency. Wait, I mean, it's, wait, where is it? Text transparency, is it visible? I can't, oh, it's because it's positioned right there. So let's change its position to 0, and we'll go ahead and check its rotation. So I want its rotation to be between -30 and or maybe -50 and 50. Yeah, that should be good. So let's do that. Let's put it back in replicated storage, and we're gonna do math.random from -50 to 50. And in here, we'll do rotation tween play, rotation tween play, and in here, we're gonna do clonedGui rotation is equal to math.random from -50 to 50, and let's play the game and see how this looks. So we'll as you can see, it tweens the rotation and the transparency, which looks really nice, but I kind of don't like the way it rotates. It's kind of it's really slow, I don't know. So let's fix that. to info.new. Let's make this 100, and from 90 to 90, and let's see if that works now. Or maybe I should change the tween info. I mean, this works, but we have the problem, which is the tween times. Let's change this to 1, and then let's change this to 1, and this should work. It works. Except it's kind of slow, so I'm going to change that back to 0.7. Yeah, 0.7. And then we're gonna add a little setting for this. So let's add a text button. Let's change its size to maybe this. So I think that this should do. Yes, like this, and let's make it smaller. And we're gonna put it here, and we're gonna add a little UI corner to it, and change the text to mute, text scaled to. I'm not going to worry too much about the UI, I'll do that later, but let's rename this to mute, and we're gonna add a local script. So local has muted is equal to false, and in here we're going to do script.parent.mouse button, and I'll click on connect function, and we're going to do if has muted is equal to false. Then we're going to do game dot replicate storage.sfx dot music. Wait, what do we call it? Background music dot volume is equal to 0, else, and then we're gonna do has muted is equal to true, else game dot replicate storage dot sfx dot background music dot volume is equal to the default volume, which is, let me go to the volume, and it's 0.5, so is 0.5, and has muted is equal to false. And yeah, let's check that. Let's see if it works. And we're also going to make it so it says unmute when you mute. So now it's muted and it's unmuted, so that works. But what I want to do is change the text. So let me check if there is a little. Let's just do script.parent.text is equal to, and let me see if there is a mute emoji. Mute and unmute. Nope. So I'm just going to change text, and the text is unmute, and in here we're gonna do script.parent.text is equal to mute, and yeah, this should work. Mute, unmute, mute, and it works fine. And we're gonna add another setting, which is going to be called disable pop-ups. So let's do that. let's duplicate this and rename it to disable pop-ups, and let's put it right here. And I'm also going to change its text to pop-ups on. And I'm also going to change the font to a nice source sans bold. And let's put them here. Let's put this here and mute this, remove this, and just duplicate this one. And I'm going to change its text to mute music on. And I'm going to change this. I'm going to rename it to mute, and in here I'm going to change the text to music off, and in here music on. And now what we're gonna do is in here we're gonna add in replicated storage a folder called values, and we're gonna add a bool value, oh my god, bool value. Now we're gonna rename it to pop-ups, and we're gonna make sure it's set to true. And in your disable pop-ups in here, we're gonna do game.replicated.storage.values.popups.value is equal to false. And we're gonna set the text to pop-ups on, off. And let's do the same thing here. Copy this and just invert it. So change this to on, and we're gonna change this to true. And inside of your click script, in here we're gonna do if if game.replicate storage.popups values.popups.values equal to true, then we're gonna do all of this. So let's see if that works. So now pop-ups do pop up, but when we disable the pop-ups, they don't appear anymore. And when we put them on, they appear, and the music works fine. So that's really cool. So this is going to be it for today's tutorial. And make sure to let me know in the comment section on what should I do in the next part. And yeah, if you liked the video, make sure to subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.